Hi, welcome back. This is Dr. Vincent Padilla, and for this session, we will talk about the five major or basic elements or characteristics of cooperative learning. Positive interdependence. Students must fully participate and put 100% effort to achieving the group's output. In cooperative learning, each learning group member has a task and role and are responsible for their own personal learning and that of their group. In cooperative learning, learning group members help, assist, encourage, and support each other. Team members are obliged to rely on one another to achieve their goal. And each group member has to make a unique contribution to the joint effort. In cooperative learning, the success of the group lies not only in the contribution of the individual members, but to the collective efforts of all members of the learning group. Second, interpersonal or social or collaborative skills. Social skills that must be taught in order for successful cooperative learning to occur. So very important element or characteristics of cooperative learning is not only learning the lesson or the topic being introduced, but also to teach students to develop interpersonal, social, and collaborative skills. In collaborative or cooperative learning, students are encouraged to communicate with their other members of the learning group, and of course to develop different skills, social skills, like conflict management. So this is to ensure that the group is able to achieve what it aims to achieve. In any group activities, conflict is something that is bound to happen. So very important, as part of the process, is to teach the children how to manage conflict. So in cooperative learning, students do not only learn about the topic or the subject being introduced, but also develop and learn different social and collaborative or interpersonal skills. Third, face-to-face promotive interaction. In cooperative learning, the learning group members promote or try to support each other. So the idea of cooperative learning is to help each other. So it's not only competition. So the emphasis of cooperative learning is not to compete with the other members of the group, but to cooperate with the members of the learning group. In cooperative learning, students explain to one another what they have or are learning, and assist one another with understanding and completion of their tasks or assignments. So the group members should remember that the success of the group rests upon the contribution of the rest of the members of the group. It's either the group either swim or sing together. Okay, so in cooperative learning, the learners believe that they are linked together and they cannot succeed unless the other members of the group succeed, and vice versa. If the group cannot succeed without also the contribution of each member of the learning group. Fourth, group processing. Group processing occurs when group members reflect on which members' actions were helpful and make decisions about the action to continue or change. In my class, for example, I facilitated the group processing. So at the end of the module, I would call for a meeting, an online meeting with members of the class, and ask them about challenges or difficulties that they have encountered. But this can also be done by the group leader. But normally, at least in my class, I facilitated the processing of the experience. So group processing is really part of the cooperative learning. So it's not enough that the students no are able to comply with the requirements or learn social skills, but at the same time no they also appreciate no the importance of the process or the experience. So very important element no of cooperative learning is the processing of the experience no. Processing of experience can also be can be in a form of a reflection. So the teacher can ask questions no or ask the students about their experience. Fifth, heterogeneous groupings or heterogeneous group. So in cooperative learning, it's very important that the members of the group no are coming from different levels of background or academic levels no. So ideally, for example, if the class is composed of male and female no, so the group should have an equal, more or less no, equal number of male and female. And of course no, very important no, the academic level no of the students should be considered. So ideally, like in my case, I give a quiz, or you can also give no a diagnostic. Ideally no, you should give a diagnostic test no to determine the understanding of the students about the the course or the subject matter no. And from there you can group them based on their understanding of the subject matter, okay, as a result of the diagnostic test. Okay? And of course, number six, no, finally, individual and group accountability. Very important, no, in cooperative learning, no, that each member of the group or each student must demonstrate mastery, no, not only the mastery of the content being studied, no, but at the same time, no, to ensure that the other members of the group also learn and they also study their assigned topic, no. The performance of each individual member no is assessed, and the result given back to the group no as part of assessing no their performance. In this way, students no will be able to review and evaluate their own performance, their contribution no, and how well they have contributed to the attainment of the group output or task no. So very important no elements of the cooperative learning. Again, going back no. So there are five basic or major elements or characteristics of cooperative learning. First is positive interdependence. So each member of the group no is not only dependent on learning his assigned task, but at the same time they are also um, helping no other members of the group no. So they are actually not just helping in a way, but at the same time they are also helping from the other members of the group. So there is what you call a positive interdependence no. They are interdependent no to with one another. So that's the idea. Second is interpersonal cognitive or social skills no. In cooperative learning no, the intention or the desire no is not only to understand the topic or lesson being introduced, but at the same time no to develop no interpersonal or social and collaborative skills among the members of the group or the students. And students also learn no from face-to-face promotive interaction. So the idea is we encourage no interaction or a conversation among the members of the group. So as part of the procedure no of the cooperative learning is to schedule na time where members of the learning group can sit together and discuss and report about what they have studied or learned. And fourth is group processing. Again, as I mentioned, this can be done by the group. No, they try to process the experience and discuss about how they can improve. No, in their in how they contributed no to the attainment of the task assigned, or the teacher also can process the experience, no, either do it like in my case, I'm doing an online, no, consultation, no, to ask or clarify some issues, at the same time to to ask student, no, to reflect on their experience. So it can be online consultation and group processing, or it can be through a reflection question. Okay, fifth is of course heterogeneous groupings, no, very important, no, in all types of cooperative learning, whether it's formal based group, okay, or home group, no, very important, no, that members of the group are coming from different levels, no. If you have, for example, a co-ed class, no, the the group should have an equal, more or less, number of male or female members. And in terms of academic achievement, no, level of academic performance, the group should have good students who have already developed mastery of the lesson, and those who have difficulty, no. So but very important in heterogeneous grouping, no, it is important to note that the groupings, no, uh, benefit not only those who are struggling, but even those who are achieving already, no. So the experience actually, no, is helpful, no, is beneficial not only for those students who are struggling, but even for those who are achieving students. And finally, individual and group activity or accountability. So in cooperative learning, no, it's very important that you remember always, no, that you are not only accountable to your own learning. Yes, it's true, no. Each member is accountable or responsible for his own learning, but at the same time, you're also accountable to the performance or the outcome or the workings of the group. So those are the six basic elements or major elements or characteristics of cooperative learning. Thank you and good morning.